It's time. It's time for my full in-depth analysis on Highguard. Hey guys, what's up? It's Frontier. Welcome back to the channel. I do appreciate all of you being here. So Highguard's been out for about, I think, 3 weeks at the time making this video, and it's finally time. It's time that I give my thoughts on it, the entire game. Okay, so let's get started. I'm not going to waste your time. Let's get right into it. So I've got 5 good points and 5 bad points about the game. We're going to start with the good. The best thing to ever happen to this game was the implementation of 5v5. Like, oh my god. The amount of just fun I've been having in the game ever since 5v5 launched has been absolutely fantastic. The game feels more enjoyable, more engaging, and more fun. I mean, it's amazing what, you know, just 2 extra people on each team can do for a game. It's fantastic. My biggest critique for the game was that the maps were too big for 3v3. And now, since 5v5 is here, it feels much more enjoyable. So I gotta give it to the developers for implementing 5v5 so quickly into the game, because it's absolutely fantastic and it feels much more enjoyable. The gunplay, I actually think the gunplay is pretty fun. Okay, it's, at some points it's very fast paced, especially when you're in that shield breaker phase and you're trying, if you've already killed somebody, you're trying to go and make sure they don't res, and you're trying to, do all these other things. I think the gunplay is very fun, and it's so engaging. It's kind of unique in a sense, because we know Highguard is not like other games, in the franchise. All right, in the hero shooter scene. Okay, so I do think the gunplay is very fun, and it is definitely worth giving it a try. It may not be for everyone, and I understand that. I didn't think the gameplay or the gunplay was fun when I first tried it, but now everything that's happened, especially with 5v5 coming out, it's definitely helped, and I've actually been really enjoying the gunplay. I think that my third point, I think the structure of the game is actually pretty good. You've got, well, really 4 phases. You've got the build phase, you've got the looting phase, the shield breaker phase, and the raid phase. Okay. The building phase, I'll give the developers credit. They actually cut down the building phase. It was 60 seconds, now it's 30 seconds, so it's very good. The looting phase, they changed some stuff too. But and then the shieldbreaker phase and raid phase, I think overall it's a very good structure for the game, and it's been very enjoyable. It's very cut straight to the point. It doesn't have you do anything that's complicated or just irritating. I do think the game structure is very good for this game. Next thing, the art is great and the environment is unique. I do think the art style for this game is very unique for it. And I think the environment is also very unique. I do like the art style, I really do. And I think the maps and the environments kind of push it more towards that fantasy-esque style that they're trying to get at, that Wildlight is trying to get at. But I do think that the art style is very good. It's not for everyone, I will say that, okay? But for me, I think it is very appealing. I think the art style is very appealing, and I do like the maps. I think the maps have a lot of character to them. They may not have really any life to them because there's nobody else. It's just you and your mounts and the enemy team. But I think overall, the art style is great, and the environments are very unique for the game. And then lastly, the next thing I like about the game is the developers actually listen. Okay. Remember when I talked about 5v5 being implemented to the game? Yeah. So that happened, I think, about 5 days after the game, 5 or 6 days after the game released, that they actually implemented 5v5. You don't get that kind of response time from developers. And since Wildlight is a very small studio, they can kind of push this stuff out without really giving it a second thought. They've listened to the feedback and they've actually implemented a lot of patches. Well, not a lot of patches, but they've implemented a couple of patches to help fix some issues in the game. I think just like ranked launched. I think this past Friday, yeah, this past Friday, so 2 days ago. And people were complaining about, if you're in the low ranks, then at some points you can be put into games with like high ranked players. They've now fixed that. They've implemented a change, and that was like, I think, just several hours after ranked released, or at most a day later. Again, you don't get that kind of response time from other developer companies. Like, you just don't get that. So I think it was very cool, very nice for the developers to give us that in that short amount of time, because it's absolutely fantastic. It really is. So I give them a lot of credit for that, and they've been doing an absolutely fantastic job pushing patches and everything out into the game. So it's been very good. So I got to give it to the developers for that. They've been doing a very good job. All right, now we get on to the negatives, and this is where the game still needs a lot of improvement before it can make it into the mainstream. First thing is performance issues. I didn't bring this up in my first initial thoughts. Because I didn't really experience a lot of it, but recently I've been experiencing quite a number of performance issues, especially lag and some connectivity problems. Now, the connectivity problems is not for me. It's for people in my games. A lot of people have been getting disconnected, and it sucks because, you're now doing either a 2v3 or a 4v5, so you're completely outnumbered, okay? You're at a disadvantage at that point, okay? I know they've released patches to help fix a lot of that, but I'm still experiencing some remnants of that, okay? Like some stutters, some lag, and I have pretty good internet, all right? I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to boast. I do have pretty good internet, but the lag and the stuttering just gets really annoying once it happens like 2, 3, 4 times. So I'm hoping they can fix that in the near future, because it does get pretty annoying after it happens so many times. All right, and the connectivity issues. Like, come on, guys. Like, I'm getting people disconnecting from my games. It's very annoying, and you're just at a disadvantage. And it feels like, oh, well, I guess, there's no reason to play because we're at a disadvantage. But, yeah, please fix more of the performance issues of this game. Second one, I said this in my initial thoughts. We need guns to feel more unique. The guns we have right now are bland and stale. They feel great to shoot. Don't get me wrong. They do feel great to shoot, but they don't have any special perks, any special abilities that they have. They're just like you would see in Call of Duty, honestly. So please, I know they're going to implement more guns in the future. So let me eat my words on this, okay? Please implement new guns that are cool and unique, that set them apart from other guns. Don't make them just a point and click, because that's pretty much what every gun is in the game. It's just a point and click, point and click. All right, there's no special abilities that happen. It's not like, if you kill someone, then their body explodes. That's a cool ability to have on a gun, but we don't have anything like that. So please, make weapons feel unique and just give us more. Please. We only have 10 weapons in the game, not including the raid weapons. So please, more. Okay. This is the one that I need more of. Please, more game modes. Okay? It gets so boring after a while playing the same mode every single time. Please just give us more game modes. Give us a capture the flag. Go to each other's bases and capture their flag. Give us maybe a King of the Hill style game mode. Okay? please do something, because while the raid mode in itself can be fun at times, most of the time it just feels boring after you play 5 or 6 games of it. We just need more game modes, Wildlight. All right, I don't know if that's on your to-do list, but can we make it on your to-do list to have more game modes? Because that would be fantastic if we could. Okay, just more game modes, please. Cannot stress this enough. Next one, reward players for playing. Okay, the only thing that you can get in the game that rewards you for playing, okay, are the challenges, those 7 challenges you can do to get those specific cosmetics, which are extremely difficult to get, by the way. All right, besides the win 20 games one, that's all you can get. Okay, they do have like a season pass model where, because of the war chests, okay, they gave you the first war chest for free. That was on them. Now you got to pay to get it. So that's kind of like their season pass. I get it, but there's no season pass for non-paying people like there is for other games like Marvel Rivals and Overwatch 2. Okay, or I guess now it's Overwatch. There isn't. Okay, so please give us something like that. All right. And also, this, I wasn't gonna put this on here, but please, can we get like, character levels? If I'm level 10, it shows that I put time and effort into this game. Can we put that in here? Because that would be fantastic. All right, please. But no, reward players for playing. All right, if the only thing you can get is the season pass of rewards for playing, and you have to pay for it, that's not going to get people involved in the game. Okay, please reward players for playing. Beg of you. And the last thing, this game is not casual. I said this in my initial thoughts video. I'm saying it again. This game is not casual. Not at all. Okay. It is extremely competitive, which sucks because the other games I mentioned, Marvel Rivals and Overwatch, are casual games for people. There is a quick play option, and you don't need to sweat very hard or at all in those game modes. Okay, if you want to be competitive, then go to ranked. Okay, but this does not have it. It does not feel casual in the slightest. You really need to be communicating with your team if you want to win. Even when you're not in ranked, you still got to kind of communicate to teammates if you want to win. I'm not saying that it's a requirement for you to talk to your teammates to win a game. I've won a few games myself without talking to my team, but it just feels like the game is just not. It's not friendly to casuals. It's not. It's very competitive, and I hope that at some point, Wildlight sees this and implements something. Hey, implement new game modes that would help that. See, I'm tying that back. But yeah, if you're looking for a casual gaming experience, you will not find that here. It is extremely competitive. So yeah, please. Well, I think that's it. I honestly do think that this is a good game. I do. But it feels unfinished. It feels unpolished in my opinion, okay? I've heard a lot of people say this online. This game feels like a beta. And in some instances, yeah, it does. It does feel like a beta. But I think a good talking point, like I said earlier, is Wildlight is listening, and they are listening to the feedback, and they're implementing stuff to make people happy. But you got to put something in the game that will bring people to your game. Okay, we know you don't care about player counts, but still, player counts is what drives the success of a game. If people see that a lot of people are playing, then wow, they must think that game is really fun. It must be really fun. I'm gonna play it now. I'm gonna download and play it. So I'm hoping that they can fix a lot of the issues with this game in the coming weeks and months, and hopefully this game will get back over 10,000 concurrent players. Because right now we are below pretty much 8,000 every single day, sometimes even lower. So, but anyways, I'm rambling. That's gonna be it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. And with all that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this on the channel. It's free and it really helps out the channel, and it supports me as well. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.